Hi everyone, my name is Devika and I am your TECHY TANTRIKA. I hope all of you are having an amazing week this week, and this week I decided to talk about something that is really actually inspiring to me. I have a lot of people who approach me a lot about my work and, ask questions about it, and I'm always actually really curious about a couple things that I find that come up really often. I do find a lot of people usually like to blame other people for why they are single, or really like to fixate on certain things that they think are wrong with them. It is not, men's fault that you're single, or women's fault that you're single, or because you think you're too short, or too fat, or too poor, or too... No, there's no group of people who are like anything. It's you who thinks that these people are the way they are. I can assure you, not all men like one thing, or not all women like another thing. This is your fault. And the thing is that's so wonderful about knowing this is that you could actually fix this yourself. Has it ever come to your, thoughts at all that maybe this isn't even a punishment that you're being put through? Has it ever occurred to you also that singlehood is not purgatory? Singlehood is not the timeout corner. That in actuality, just like every other part of your life, it's just as important, if not even more important, because this is the point in your life where you determine who you are. In an ideal relationship, you find somebody who loves you for who you are, and you can grow together, right? But how can somebody fall in love with you, with who you are, if you don't even know who you are? So what I'm going to tell you right now is, yes, it's your fault, but to say it's your fault would be to also say that you're being punished. So in actuality, I'm really saying this is in your control. This is something for you to explore. This is something for you to discover. And just even having the intention of wanting to learn about yourself can open many doors for you, but you have to be willing to go through them. When you're single, and I mentioned this in my introduction, you never stop being in a relationship with yourself. When you're with somebody, you never stop being in a relationship with yourself. And a lot of people, and I talk about this in one of my videos, the TECHY TANTRIKA and the neglected bucket list, which ironically is a very neglected video, because apparently nobody wants to hear what to do when they're single that involves working with themselves. This is really a funny thing when you think about it. It's actually really unfortunate too, because why are we running from ourselves? Why are we trying to disappear from ourselves? Everything in our lives are there to teach us something, and are teaching us something amazing about ourselves. And why aren't we taking this opportunity to learn these things? Why aren't we taking this time to develop skills that we have yet to develop, or do things that we have yet to do? Why is it that we're waiting for another person to open up sections of our life that we have the capabilities of opening ourselves? Especially if you're living in a democratic society where you have full control over where you get to go and what you get to do. Do you realize how many people before us only wished for this opportunity and wished for the ability to have this much freedom in their lives? There's no reason why in a free society you are not taking control over your life and doing the things you want to do. For example, yes, I'm a coach and I work with people one-on-one, but I offer free advice on here on YouTube, and I offer free advice through blogging and articles that I write. And there's plenty of other people like myself who are working with people to help them further along their path. And we're in this world of amazing information. So why aren't you looking? Why is it that so many people think it's their external, for example, that dictates who cares about them? I don't care if you look like, whatever famous celebrity that's in style right now, or, a porn star or whatever. Are you after a bunch of people liking you for no particular reason? Or are you after just, at least one person who you want to spend, and share your life with? You got to really think about this. Are you after quality, or are you after quantity here? Who really cares if, a bunch of people don't like you? Isn't it more important that you like you, and you can stand in your own corner and be who you are and fully embody who you are? when I do my practice for myself and when I do my practice for other people, there's a very strong tantric aspect to this. I do really see a lot of results when people work on their problems with intimacy and sex, because unfortunately in this society, there are a lot of blocks around our intimacy, and this is where people start really looking outside for the solution to their problems and not on the inside. For example, when I hear about guys going to pickup artists, because it's usually mostly, I would say, heterosexual men that are their clients, the major victims in these cases are the men that are paying so much money to these pickup artists just to collect numbers. How often do pickup artists even get you laid? And when even they do get you laid, like, so what? You've added notches to your belt. Like, what next? And I also talk about this in last week's video. So if you get a lot of sex, which, you know, if we're really looking at this, men in relationships get more sex than men in, that are just playing the field. You're not getting as much sex as a person who wants to put time and effort into another person. And you're not building your ability to have sex. You're not actually trying to become better at it. You're just doing it. And as I said in that video, you aren't becoming better at it. You're just doing it. You're just stagnating. So, using this as a metaphor, I guess you could say, do you just want to stagnate in your life and sit there and pout in a corner and be like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm single, and not address your soul and address what you really need? And, take yourself out and treat yourself properly and treat yourself the way you want to be treated in a real relationship. These are decisions you have to make here. Do you want to just completely sit out of your own life and let things go on autopilot? Or do you want to actually take your life by the reins and actually steer it properly? There's tons and tons of free information. All that you need to do is have the desire to change your life and to the desire to open up to yourself and to be who you are. And the more you resonate with who you are to the most, amazing positive vibrancy possible, and really unearth everything that's in you so that you can bring those things up and just be who you are, you have no idea what kind of amazing things can happen that way. You just need to put the intention into your own self-care to begin this process. This is all I'm asking you. I mean, if you like my videos, please feel free to continue watching them. But what I'm saying is, you have more power than you realize. And that's really all this video is about. So thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like this video and share it with somebody who you think maybe needs a wake-up call. And I thank all of you out there who have actually made a conscious effort to dedicate their life to themselves and develop themselves so that they can be at better service to the people around them. And until next week, everybody, thank you so much and take care.